Imagine looking at the night sky and realizing, for the first time in human history, you were being watched back. No telescope, no dream, but a tiny sphere, silently crossing above your head. October 4th, 1957. The day Earth's skies changed forever. The Cold War was already a battlefield of nerves. The United States and the Soviet Union racing for supremacy in every field: weapons, politics, and science. But then, the Soviets took a gamble. In a secret facility called Baikonur, engineers prepared to launch something no one had ever attempted. A polished aluminum sphere, just 23 inches wide, weighing less than 200 pounds. Its name? Sputnik 1, the Traveler. At first glance, it looked harmless. But its launch would ignite panic in the West and open a race that reached the very stars. On October 4th, 1957, a giant A-7 rocket roared to life. Its engines screamed against the steppe, shaking the Earth for miles. Soviet engineers held their breath. One wrong valve, one failed bolt, and the rocket would explode in fire. But then, silence, and a voice over the radio. Orbit achieved. Sputnik was flying. It circled Earth every 96 minutes. Across the globe, amateur radio operators tuned in to hear a faint sound. That simple signal shattered the illusion of American security. If the Soviets could launch a satellite, what stopped them from launching a nuclear warhead? The sky was no longer safe, and the race for space became a race for survival. In Moscow, celebration filled the air. The Soviet Union had humiliated its rival without firing a single shot. But in Washington, panic. Newspapers screamed, "Red Moon over America." Schoolchildren practiced duck and cover drills. Parents stared at the night sky, wondering if the next thing up there would be a bomb. For scientists, Sputnik was a marvel. For politicians, it was a warning. And for ordinary people, it was fear of the unknown. In response, the United States poured billions into science and technology. Math and physics were drilled into schools. And in 1958, a new agency was born, NASA. Sputnik didn't just launch into orbit. It launched the most expensive and ambitious competition in human history. Within 4 years, a Soviet cosmonaut would be the first man in space. Within 12, an American astronaut would step on the moon. All of it traced back to that one night in 1957, when the world looked up and heard the faint signal of a new era. But ask yourself, if the Soviets had not launched Sputnik first, would humanity have ever reached the stars at all?